What's up, guys? I think Kamaru Usman is going to have a Tyron Woodley decline. That's right, the man that Kamaru took the belt from and then never won another round of fighting. I think his career is going to end up similar to Tyron Woodley's, just in the sense that they go on a big losing streak after a championship run, and they don't really have a gradual decline. It's straight off the mountain, just like Tony Ferguson. Which, sucks to say, but I think Kamaru Usman is going down the same trajectory. And here's why. As we see in my thumbnail here, I have some cobblestone where his legs would go because his knees suck. And his knees are like cobblestone, you know what I mean? And for you nerds out there, notice I put the old cobblestone, not even the new fresh cobblestone. This is the old cobblestone because that's what he has for legs, okay? Also, kind of shaded out over here, we have who I think will be his next two losses, being Chimaev and Shavkat, depending on who he fights. But I think if he fights those two guys, that will be 4 losses in a row. And yeah, so I'm not saying that Kamaru Usman is going to end up like Tyron Woodley, like face first on the canvas against Jake Paul. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. But in terms of his UFC fights, I think that he is going to not accept that he's out of his prime. He's going to keep wanting to prove a point that he can lose and come back, you know what I mean? But we look at Tyron Woodley's career, and he got his ass handed to by Usman. He got his ass handed to by Gilbert, and then Colby, and then Vicente Luque. Okay, 4 losses to the killers in the division. And I just simply see the same thing happening to Kamaru Usman. I think he's going to try and, fight Khamzat, and I think Khamzat will beat him. I think Shavkat beats him. I even think Bilal would beat him. I also think if Kamaru and Gilbert Burns rematched, I'm not saying Kamaru would lose, but I think it'd be closer. And yeah, so like I said about Kamaru Usman's knees, he has said before that he has to go downstairs backwards. Guys, he has to turn backwards to go downstairs in his house. This guy's going to fight. This isn't good. This is a recipe for disaster. And he got kicked in the legs 50 times in his last fight. 50 leg attacks from Leon Edwards. And I remember watching that fight live and being like, oh my god, like Leon might break his knees, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if Usman just falls over because his legs are broken. So I ultimately think that Kamaru Usman is still top 5 in the welterweight division. I do give him that. And you can see these are my personal rankings. Number 1 obviously being Leon Edwards. And then I have Bilal Muhammad / Chimaev because we don't know if Chimaev is coming back to this division or not. So if he's still a factor here, then I put Chimaev number 2 and then Bilal number 3. But assuming that he's going up to middleweight because they haven't made Khamzat and Usman official. So assuming he goes up, then he's obviously not in the conversation. And then after that, I have Gilbert Burns, and then 4 is Kamaru Usman, 5 is Colby Covington. And like I say there, Usman still beats 15 through 7 in the rankings, and that's who he should fight. Seriously, I think he should be looking at someone in that range for his next fight. And if he's gonna fight Chimaev and lose, then you look at that 7 through 15 range. But don't keep fighting the top opponents, you know what I mean? And just to conclude this video, guys, I want to say I hate making a video like this because Kamaru Usman, although I'm not a huge fan, he did headline the first card I ever watched. And I was like really happy that he won. It's when he beat Colby Covington. I was like seriously ecstatic that he won. and I was like, damn, I'm a big fan of this guy. However, that was a while ago, and you know, I'm not the biggest fan of him now. I kind of think he's the CEO of EPO these days. I think, you know, he does a lot of cheating in his fights. It is what it is. But yeah, and he has a steroid dealer as a dad. So we'll see how the juice holds him over in his post-championship run. But I simply think that he is out of his prime now, and he's not gonna accept it. He's going to keep wanting a win against a good guy, you know, to get his belt back. But I think that if he fights Chimaev, he's going to lose. And I would not be surprised, guys, if Kamaru Usman ends his career on a 4-fight losing streak. Maybe even a 5-fight losing streak. You know what I mean? Some Tony Ferguson type shit. Some Sam Alvey type shit. That would be crazy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, that's all I have here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree, also let me know. I will happily go back and forth with any of you guys in the comments. So if you think he still got it, let me hear what you have to say. Don't forget to drop a like and sub if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.